Hello everyone, welcome back to Apex Legends, and my name is Divine Gunslinger. Welcome back to another live stream slash video. So, before we get started, I wanna let you guys know I will be streaming here sometime soon on Monster Hunter Wilds, most likely. If not Monster Hunter Wilds, something else I have in store for this weekend. That being said, that's for this weekend. I don't want to dive into that quite yet. I just want to let everyone know, update on that. I will be playing Monster Hunter Wild, most likely. If not Monster Hunter Wild, probably some Genshin, Honkai Star, or something. We might go back to that. We'll see. But that being said, thanks for joining in, everyone, and thanks for coming and watch the video. I just want to appreciate everyone that has come, clicked on the video, and all that. So there was two things I want to talk about today on Apex Legends, and I am going to. This is some touchy topics because people are now starting to realize that I've been screaming for seasons about some issues, and they're now realizing that it is a real thing. So, that being said, Imperial Hal released a video, or there was a video or a live stream of Imperial saying that riding this season is becoming an issue for people that are in high ranks that shouldn't be in high ranks, and people with low ranks should not be in low ranks. Now, I want to say this. I said this comment and this thing before anyone has said something about it. So, I'm going to say this. Thanks for everything, Divine Gunslinger, and thank you for everything you've said. We are dumb, and you are correct. So, I've said something about ratting being an issue back in season, I believe last season and this season, and I talked about ratting is going to be an issue, and that is the utterly true fact about this game. This is the reason why placement should not be a thing that can get you points. It should be only able to get you, so top 5, if you're in the top 5, you should only get a maximum of 65 RP or enough. I think 65 RP is touching it. I think 65. I feel like 65 should balance out the negative points it costs to go into a ranked game. Okay, I feel like if you get in the top 5, no matter if you're on a win streak, you do not gain extra points. You should be capped off at 65 to where you can never actually get past Diamond unless you have a kill or an assist, or someone on your team gets a kill or an assist. That being said, the only way for you to get out of Diamond by ratting is if your team physically won the game. What in the top 4? I think top 3. I think in the top 3 you should be getting some RP, because by then chances are your team's already eliminated by ratting. So I just want to say that. Thank you, people that were screaming with me along the way. I feel like the writing was an issue. Imperial Hal said something about it, and there is going to be an issue. Now, that is one of the topics I wanted to talk about, and I was completely right about it. It was a writing issue, and it's ruining the core concept of competitive rank. If I can sit AFK ratting all the way up to Apex Predator, I'm never going to learn the game, and I shouldn't even be up in that rank. it just causes people to frustration in really honestly it just ruins the whole thing because next season we're going to get rank rewards, and if you could just sit in a corner all the way up and get all the rewards, it just feels like it's not worth grinding then at that point. You just sit there and get to masters and then you just stop playing rank for the rest of the season. But that being said, that's one of the topics I wanted to talk about. Second topic I want to talk about is the endowment fact that cheaters exist on console. Okay, I just want to point this out. There are so many cheaters. People are now realizing there are so many cheaters on console. Just because someone has aim assist doesn't mean that they have perfect recoil control. You need a third-party software or a program or a device that literally prevents you from having no recoil. Okay, every gun has it. Yes, there are times that you could be lasered, but being lasered across the map with or midway through and not miss a single bullet is very fishy, and doing it consistently doesn't mean that you are not cheating. It can undoubtedly make you feel like you're cheating, or it can actually be you cheating. So it is undoubtedly a issue on console, and I'm now screaming and finally happy that people are realizing that there are so many cheaters on console than PC, and PC players didn't even realize. Okay, there's the Linux was an issue. Yes, that's great they banned that, but it's still not stopping Zyms, Corona Zyms. It's not stopping third-party softwares. It's not stopping any other things it will never be perfect. But that's why when you play a game and you find out that there is a cheat software or a cheat device, you need to immediately implement that immediately in a game. So, I do want to make this said. I've been screaming this thing for seasons, and people are now realizing it. And that's probably the reason why a lot of people haven't been playing Apex. The community challenges I'm going to talk about, we have 2 of them so far, and the first one, we crushed it. Within 3 days of it being released, we had it already done. But that was only with 150 million revives, okay? Which takes longer to do than this one. The one we had struggled on was the 250 million kills in any mode. Excuse me, 250 million should have been done before the 3 days was over. But the reason why it wasn't done is because people quit the game. People stopped playing it. Because that makes no sense that it took us literally the final day to complete a 250 million day kill thing. So people are quitting. People are realizing cheaters are existing on console. People are quitting on PC. People are quitting on console. It is all the thing. There are players that should not be in Diamond. There are players that should not even be in Plat. There are players that should not even be in Bronze, Silver, or Gold. There are players that are in Apex Predator that should not even be Apex Predator. I'm sorry, but that is just the truth. Now, I don't want to make this as a toxic video and say, this, but I just want to let people know. I've been screaming this for years. I've been screaming this for seasons. So I'm finally happy that Respawn is taking the acknowledgement of it, because this is just ridiculous. It shouldn't have lasted 5 years if that was the issue. Okay, this stuff started happening back in season 17. We're in season 24, and it's been going on for 7 seasons. Okay, why? Why wasn't this not done or addressed or announced? Okay, just because someone died doesn't mean that they're a bad player. Doesn't mean that, okay, I get mad when I die. Yes, that's fine. But when you get killed with the most BS way, and you know in the pits of your stomach it does not feel right that you died that way, it is very fishy. And this is someone that has stopped playing Apex for several seasons, by the way, that has over 2,000 hours, by the way, and has gotten into Diamond rank consistently and dropped 7, 8 to 9 to 11 kills in Diamond rank and somewhat quit all of a sudden. Okay? It's really ironic, and maybe this might be an eye-awakener for a lot of people, because I've called out a lot of players on Apex on potential cheating, and people just laugh it off like, "Oh, you're smoking" or something like that, or "I'm just bad because you're not as skillful." Brother, I wouldn't be in Diamond rank if I was that bad. Okay, yes, there are people that use bunny hops. There are people who use ball bounces and all that. That's fine. That does take skill. But to be honest, I am 28 years old. I don't have the time to sit down and play and learn those type of mechanics. It's just too hard, because in my hand, like, I work at a warehouse, guys, and my hands struggle to move most of the time. Okay, when I play games for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. That's the reason why I play a lot of single player games or a lot of co-op games, because I don't have to really hyperly focus or sweat. And I just want to let you know, Battle Royale games are not the game for this year. Let's just be honest. Because if you really think about it, no game should be as sweaty as people make out games. Games are made to have fun and enjoyed and play as casual as possible. But when people make it to where it's competitive consistently, you lose the fun out of the game. You know that. So I want to let people know that you don't want to. So if 18% of your player base is pro players and the rest is your casual players, and you're given the choice to make a game that pleases one of the side, what side would you please the most? You would honestly want to please the most of the player base, which would be the casuals, so you can have more money coming in instead of the player base. But if you favor the pro players, all your casual players are probably, or some of them might stay, some of them might leave, most of them will leave, or all of them will possibly leave. And it can end up leading a game to die, just like Overwatch 2 is currently struggling to stay alive. That being said, I don't want Apex to go down that route. I am just stating my concern when I'm mad about the game and why I feel like this is an issue. I'm not hating on the devs. I'm not hating on the game. I just want the game to be at its highest potential to potentially be the game that people play. Okay? There are people asking for Apex. If you plan on making Apex 2, I will buy money for $30 to $40 just to prevent cheaters. This is an issue because Apex being a free-to-play game, this is a big issue that even players are admitting to get rid of the free-to-play game. And I want to be honest, if they ever do that, they're going to have to change the marketing in their item shop. It's just how it is. Okay? And I feel like that's just, honestly, how the game should be like. It shouldn't be $360 for a weapon skin. Because I want to bring this up. In the past, we had a weapon that was $150, and it was a shotgun skin. And people went ballistic on it. People hated Respawn to that. But now it's okay for a weapon to be sold for $360, almost triple the value of that shotgun. But it's okay. And it just sounds like a lot of the players don't know what they really want. Okay? Including the pro players. Okay? Let me put it in perspective. No one asked for Ash to have double dash. Okay? I'm okay with Ash having a single individual dash. Okay? that's fine. But I don't feel like you should be given 2 dashes or potential 2 ults. That is just overpowered for a character that already gets a movement speed from cracking enemy shields. On top of that, she can also tether you to the location there. So not only that she can lock you down, she can dash away from you twice or dash behind cover twice in the midst of a gunfight. She can ult away twice. She can dash into the air, get really far out, ult, and then you can't get through the portal, and then you're having to run all the way across the map just to trace her. The portals go 125 meters each. So that's over 250 meters you will have to chase down an Ashe. And by then, she probably already has a ult again. So just keep that in mind, that no one really asked for Ashe to be this freaking strong. And that's why next season, when skirmishers get buffed, I don't want to hear anyone complain about certain characters like Pathfinder, Wraith, Octane, Sparrow, Revenant, Horizon, or Ultra being really strong. Because I'm going to let you guys know, if you guys are going to complain about skirmishers being really, really strong, do keep this in mind. Every other class was strong at one point, and skirmishers were left behind at the very end. Now, a few things I want to mention that I don't agree that potential Respawn is potentially doing is the wall running or the double jump into the air as a skirmisher. I feel like those are terrible options. And the reason why I think that is terrible options is because, well, Olympus, Kings Canyon, Broken Moon, that's 3. What else? Storm Point, World's Edge. They're all a bunch of areas on those maps that is open fields. So the wall running would be so pointless to have. The double jumping thing would also be so pointless, because if the time to kill is 2 seconds, by the time you get that second jump, you're already dead. You are exposed for too long to even remotely benefit the second jump. That being said, I really hope they don't do this. Ways I think potential the potential things, sorry about that, the potential things I would like to see skirmishers get. Skirmishers are going to get the ability to heal without getting a penalty of being slowed. That is a thing that should have been implemented day 1 for skirmishers. And I'm surprised it wasn't. Okay, second thing I would like to see skirmishers potentially get. Okay, and this is just a crazy thing that it might potentially be great. Okay, I just want to let you guys know about this. Okay, why not give them a passive that allows them to move faster with pistols? A passive that allows them to move faster with pistols. Okay? Or light weapons in general. Meaning that you could change the weapon classes a little bit and add, I don't know, all the light weapons, like SMGs, okay, all the pistols are considered light weapons. And you should be able to move a lot faster. Just like Maggie's passive, okay, that allows her to move faster with shotguns, okay, give this passive to all the skirmishers that allows them to move faster with these weapons, or give it a passive called what did I call it? I believe I called it what is it? I think I had agile. Agile movement. Okay, agile movement. Giving the characters to get a speed boost. Okay, now this is a thing. This is just in general because this character is not getting added to the main game. It's only on phone. Why not give the skirmishers the ability to get a movement speed while sliding and get be procced every 5 seconds, just like Mirage's invisibility? That might sound crazy, right? Well, if you really think about it, this will allow not only Octane's jump pad to into a slide to give him a movement speed, it also saves him from using a stem, but this also allows Wraith to use her portal to slide in while she's in the portal form to get that extra movement speed. This also helps Pathfinder from his grapple into a slide to launch him even faster. And same with Horizon. When she comes down, she can land into a slide and get a movement speed. Ultra is a little bit different, but I feel like Ultra could utilize it by sliding into her portal or rifts, or what was it? Her void passive passage, to where she can slide in and get the movement speed while she's phasing out of her vortex thing, and it would really help Revenant with his leaps into a dash slide, which allows him to keep that momentum going for him into pushing teams, retreating, and all that. I feel like that should be the passive for these characters. It would not be too strong, but it won't be too weak either, because movement in this game is ridiculously strong. If an ally shoots a enemy and they are cracked and they're not a movement legend like skirmishers, because in my opinion they market skirmishers to be the more agile team characters. Well, why not give them the ability to slide and get a movement speed? It would make more sense to give them some type of passive that allows them to get the movement speed. And I feel like it wouldn't be too strong, but it wouldn't be too weak. And how long would this last? Let's just be honest. It should last as long as the the assault one, which I believe is 2 seconds now, not instead of 4. I feel like 2 seconds of movement speed is enough for a skirmisher class, because that allows them to push someone, especially if you're playing someone like Revenant. Having a movement speed with Revenant into a slide leap and then having a movement speed, there's no way you're keeping up with the Revenant at that point, because Revenant is just going to leap all over the place, because he can just leap, knock someone, get his leap, knock someone, and just constantly get his movement. But again, it should be a 5-second cooldown timer, so you just can't slide, get the movement speed, slide, get the movement speed, slide, and get the movement speed, and just keep doing that. I feel like sliding, having it proc, and then after those 2 seconds, then the timer starts. I feel like after the 2 seconds of movement speed, that's when the timers would stop. I think that's how they should do it next season. We'll find out next season, because it's not looking good for Apex at this current point. Do I feel like Apex is dying? To be honest, Apex is currently really struggling to keep its player base due to the fact cheaters is an issue. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I feel like cheaters are a issue on console, and people are now realizing it is horrible on console, especially when it comes to people cheating. That being said, I am officially done talking about this, and until then, I'm just going to play the game the way I am, and I don't honestly know if I would want to continue playing rank because of this cheater issue. I feel like cheating in rank is just getting too far out of hand, and it doesn't even seem like there's no sign for them to even fix it. So I'm just gonna do my own thing and play a little bit on just my own business. I might have some friends join. Who knows? That being said, yeah. That being really said, I'm just gonna be playing Apex my own way. If I want to play aggressive, I want to play aggressive. If I want to decide to play rank right now, I'll jump into rank and just don't even care at this point if I lose diamond. Because in the end, you're getting absolutely nothing. I get worked up over a competitive game when I know for a fact some of these players shouldn't even be in diamond. In fact, I'm shocked how I got gold players in my diamond on my team in diamond. So that being said, thanks for watching and enjoy the game, because I have honestly had no idea what I'm gonna do. So that being said, I might go ahead and end the stream here and start a new one. Who knows? I think, yeah, I want to do that. That being said, thanks for watching and thank you for being supportive. And if you agree with the cheater issue and the hacker issue and the game issue and everything that's gone so far in season 24, I feel like it was a huge disappointment. But I want to hear you guys' feedback and give me some of your ideas what you think they should do for the skirmisher passive. If you agree with mine or you have your own passive designed or all that. That being said, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later.